Mavericks take it the other way. This game against Cleveland is the first time they've met this season.
And in our conference matchup, they faced these guys twice a season, and last year they took both games.
Two teams from the bottom of the East and West who said these regular season victories count for more. Both hungry for a win tonight.
And year 3, the best of Dorian Finney-Smith's career.
Yeah, you know, he upped the scoring rate, guys, and rebounding. He became more efficient and undrafted out of college, played his college ball at Florida. And he's made himself a nice home in the NBA.
Where you start in the standings could be very different, Clark, from where you finish. As a team, what do you do to continue to improve as the season goes on?
I think it's a combination of little things and guys getting more familiar and more accepting of their role. And I think it's always attention to detail, Kevin. That's really where teams make the most improvement, not forgetting the little things on a daily basis, the habits that produce winning over time.
Doncic kicks to Brunson. Misses the three. Porter against Hardaway. Baseline try, and that one's good by Porter. Here's Brunson. 17 points for him last game against the Lakers.
And it was an unselfish night for him as well. He got plenty of assists to go along with all those points.
Outside, Porzingis. Porzingis is double. Back to Brunson. Out of bounds. Cleveland takes possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Garland, the pass to Thompson. Out left to the wing. Garland kicks to Love. Passes it to Porter. From past the arc. Porzingis with the rebound. Over in the corner, Doncic. And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Nice work to get it inside and draw contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
That one misses. And the Cavaliers this summer selecting point guard Darius Garland with the 5th overall pick. The second-year man, Colin Sexton, already on the roster. Greg, how do you see the fit between these two players?
Well, I mean, both are 6'2". The questions will come at the defensive end of the floor. Offensively, both show great promise as shooters, very scoring-minded guards, reminiscent possibly of a Lillard with Collin pairing for the Blazers, which could be a roadmap for the Cavs. And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard.
Guys, it is symbolic of their effort here tonight.
And here's Brunson. Clock at 6. Back to Doncic. They need this. Good D from Love.
Well, you know, stopping him is never easy to do, but the defense was strong there.
Picked his pocket. Here's Brunson. Yes, and it's Hardaway picking up the assist.
But, you know, guys, we know Hardaway can score, but when he makes these passes, it makes him a lot more dangerous.
Outside, Porter. He feeds it to Love. The Mavericks pull it in. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers.
Scoring efficiency was an issue in that one. Took them too many shots to get their points.
Yeah, and I think they just seem to be a page behind, a step slower out there all game.
And they're 1-5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
Last game for the Cavaliers, they picked up the W against Indiana. Hardaway, no good.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's every time it does.
Yeah, it is unfortunate. It's embarrassing. He just lost his concentration for a split second. That's all it took.
The pass to Finney-Smith. Outside, Porzingis. And he drops it in from the low post.
Well, you know, guys, the combination of strength and height for Porzingis allowing him to take on physical defense much better.
Back to Love. Out of bounds, it'll be Mavericks ball.
Looking now at some numbers for Harper. Last season's performance for him. Last season, he averaged 18 points per, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And every team in the league needs shooting. That's what he brings coming off the pine.
Yeah, there's always a demand for shooters, man. Half jumper will travel. I'm telling you. Most championship teams, they have a bunch of those guys who can put it in the basket.
Here's Porzingis. Thompson with the rebound. Cleveland leading by 5. Garland, the pass to Love. Now, here's Garland. He started closer. Love with the bucket.
Yeah, and his offensive rebounding numbers have dropped off a little bit the last few years, but Love still works hard down low and gets his share of putbacks.
Goes out of bounds, and Mavericks able to retain possession here. And the Cavaliers with some changes. Nance comes in for Thompson. And it's Colin Sexton in for Jetty Osman. And then for Dallas. He's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Lee comes in for Hardaway. And Curry subbed in for Jalen Brunson.
Boy, you look at how tall Porzingis is. He's 7'3". And you add in his skill level, that's a unique combination. No wonder they call him the unicorn. He is unique.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Love. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Garland.
And among NBA bigs, he is known for his ability to deliver at the free throw line.
From 18 feet away, Nance, no good. And Clark, the advantage of height, well known in basketball, but some have wondered if Porzingis is almost too tall.
Well, you know, there's a concern because he's had a significant injury early in his career, and his frame is really long, which makes you a little more susceptible to injuries. But I think KP has worked diligently to add strength and improve his body. Only time will tell if he's able to stand up to a long, productive NBA career.
Back the lead. And Lee with the stuff.
Boy, KP wanting to dish it when his guys are open. I love that team-first attitude on display.
Sexton kicks to Porter. Back to Sexton. Thompson looking for an opening. A 3 ball. Another three for Cleveland.
Sexton has to just keep developing his court awareness. You want to see more passing from him.
Now here's Curry, defended by Sexton. Out to the right wing. It's stolen by Nance. And it's Dellavedova with the ball. He brings it up to the Cavaliers. 8-point game. Curry with the steal. Oh, and here we go with Lee. Nobody back. And Lee with the stuff.
Boy, Lee remains a pest on the defensive end, and he's solid at coming up with steals because of how hard he plays on defense.
And Seth Curry is going to pick up a foul. That is his first foul of the game. And Cleveland making a change here. Knight's checked in. And Dallas with a change here, too. Jackson's checked in. Pass to Sexton. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen. These are the players who had the most success from deep last season. Look at Curry, third in the NBA. He's someone that, if you leave him alone, he's going to knock it down.
The bucket must have looked 3 feet wide to him last year. I mean, very deserving in terms of that spot among the league leaders from 3.
He kicks to Jackson. Knocked loose and stolen by Knight. Now Cleveland moving it up. Here's Sexton over in the corner, Dellavedova. And Cleveland turns it over again. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
And really showed their depth when they needed it most. On the road, having to manufacture points.
And, you know, the guys on the bench have great confidence in themselves. When their name was called, they were ready to compete and contribute.
And Matthew Dellavedova is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
Mr. Porzingis. Over Nance. Outside for Curry. Clock is at 3.
And the defense not making things easy for them.
They're having a hard time getting the ball in the basket, Greg. I mean, and as a result, falling behind here.
Outside for Porzingis. Pass to Lee. Down low. To the middle. No, that's good.
Yeah, and I think Powell is terrific in the pick and roll. Knows how to dive after he sets the screen.
Now Dellavedova. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Thompson dishes to Sexton. Jacks up a 3. No good. So the Mavericks will take it the other way.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. They came focused and ready to play. I mean, they're doing everything they can to put things in their favor. You earn that, and they're actually earning it well right now.
There's a minute left to play in the first. Dellavedova finds Sexton. Trying to end the drought. They get it back. Nance. The layup missed. They have a chance to go 2 for 1 here.
Let's see how they play the clock.
Curry with a wide open look. It's 3-pointers off the mark.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Feeds it to Thompson. The shot's good. Thompson's got 5.
And that's an area that Sexton must keep working on. The more he passes, the better his team looks.
Curry looking around. Now the pass to Jackson. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to go on Tristan Thompson. The Mavericks have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point. The first one fell. Jackson hits both of them.
Oh my God, I just got that.
8 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Sexton. with that time on the buzzer beater. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. Porzingis grew up in faraway Latvia, but thanks to his brother, developed a passion for the NBA.
My older brother, he was a big fan of the NBA always, and he always had pictures of Michael and then Kobe and Shaq, and then we both started watching a lot of NBA highlights. And then later on, 13, 14, Kobe and Powell, you know, I used to watch those guys play a lot.
And Greg, that's something different now for foreign players, isn't it? A lot more exposure to the NBA.
And KP, a fan of the culture. You saw him in cornrows as a kid. I think that helped prepare him for the transition.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And from what you guys have seen so far from Cleveland, what you tell them?
You got to credit their defense. Communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
Ashman and Love are the forwards. Brandon Knight is out there with Colin Sexton. And it's Nance in at the center, filling out the middle. That's the group for Cleveland going right now here in the second. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Porzingis. Outside Curry. The dish to Lee. Knocks it loose. And stolen by Sexton. He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, there is a lot of optimism in Dallas for the tandem of Luka Doncic and Kristaps Porzingis. Porzingis said, "We clicked right away. We're both European players, similar roots, both speak Spanish. That'll translate on the court. We can be something special." Kevin, look out for them to compliment and criticize one another in a different tone.
If they play to their potential, they could be skimmed. Thanks, David.
You know, with Dirk Nowitzki retiring last season after a remarkable 21 years with the MAVS, they are starting afresh, a new era. Hoping budding superstar Luka Doncic can carry that mantle, and I think he's off to a great start in doing so.
And you think of everything that Dirk Nowitzki has meant to the Mavericks. Clark, one team for his entire career.
An iconic Hall of Famer. You talk about 14 All-Star appearances and league MVP, 6th all-time in scoring. Most importantly, the franchise's first and only title in 2011.
A lot of different ways, Clark, to construct the roster. What would be your preference as a general manager? Any direction you might want to go?
Well, obviously, if you have an opportunity to get an outstanding franchise-type point guard, or versatile wing player in today's game, I think those are the pieces that you really need to start with.
Because there's so much spacing and so much switching on defense.
Exactly, and I failed to mention a two-way player at that wing spot who can defend multiple positions, but also has a pretty strong offensive skill set.
Here's Osman. Brunson covering, just 5 to shoot. Oh, that one drops, and he's now 2 for 5.
Boy, Love is really good at getting inside the paint, establishing position, has an excellent feel for how to score around the basket.
Now here's Brunson. Tight defense on him. Foul for 3. Cavaliers with the rebound. Love's got 4 rebounds in this game.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And these guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamorous thing, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Cleveland.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught them off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
The Cavaliers leading by 5. Knight passes to Nance. Kicks to Garland. Pass to Knight from downtown. It's not going to go for him. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Hardaway passes to Brunson. To the paint. Here's Powell. Knight grabs the ball. And so Knight will bring it up for the Cavaliers. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. There's Garland. It's rebounded by Dallas.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers. And a big contract for Tim Hardaway Jr. back in 2017, Clark. 4 years, $71 million.
Hey, sometimes timing is everything. We know that in our world and all the other worlds out there. And think about that now. Tim Hardaway Jr. has made more money than his all-star father made in his whole career. Hardaway Jr., young and athletic, and a really rock-solid player at both ends.
And so far, the story on Luka Doncic, coming off a terrific season. He was around 21 points per game, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists. And his rookie season, an opportunity to learn the NBA game. He's hoping to take a larger role in his sophomore campaign.
Well, he had the whole summer to work on his game. I believe he will take that next step forward in his development.
Garland, that's good. The assist that time from Knight. 6 points for Darius Garland.
Brandon Knight certainly can pass the orange.
Mavericks trail by 6. Now here's Brunson. Doncic outside. Trying to free himself up. And the dunk by Doncic.
Boy, showing you some power there, fellas. I mean, nice to see Doncic get up and drop it in with force that time.
Cavaliers have gone 3-7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Outside Knight. The 17-footer. Powell pulls it in. Powell's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Outside for Jackson. The Mavericks rebound.
Look at him, and he's a little hit and miss from there, even without a defender in his face. No guarantee.
Here's Nance. That shot, no good. Now Dallas takes it the other way. Doncic right side. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Doncic has got 4 this quarter.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Knight for 3. Cleveland with a fresh shot. And the jam by Larry Nance.
And great job by Nance attacking at the rim. That's why you scout for effort players that do it consistently every night.
Here's Doncic. And the layup is good. Doncic has got 6 points.
Defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
Here's Nance. He makes that one drop. Only a second and 5 tries.
Yeah, this league is in good shape when you talk about guys like Nance. The consummate role player does everything that's asked of him.
Brunson kicks to Jackson. No good on the 3. The Cavaliers leading by 4. Second change shot, and it's Love getting it to go. 6 points for him.
And not a great start for him in the first, but he's quickly starting to turn it around.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. Clark, you were so prolific in so many areas of the game. Which part of basketball came the easiest for you?
I think the rebounding piece. I always had a knack for sniffing out missed shots and had the size and timing and hands to chase down rebounds. But that was probably the strength of my game and the most unique part of it at an early age. And then the ball handling. My dad was 6'4" in the 50s, which meant you pretty much played inside, and he drummed into my head and my heart. Make sure you can handle that ball. So from the time I started playing, I was dribbling and making sure I could handle it, and it served me well during my playing career.
And the Cavaliers with... Some changes. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Love. Matthew Dellavedova comes in for Knight. And it's Colin Sexton in for Garland. Dallas also making some changes. Porzingis is checked in for Jackson. Lee comes in for Hardaway. And Curry subbed in for Jalen Brunson. No good from Lee.
Another rebound haul in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Guys, that's been the key to their league. I mean, simply put, the effort they've displayed on the glass has been the difference.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
To the inside. Here's Porzingis. And then jammed down as he goes right over Larry Nance Jr.
Boy, a creative finisher. Who throws it down with ease at 7-3. Put the ball in Porzingis' hands, and he'll occasionally wow you.
Sexton deciding where to go with it. And Curry pulls it down.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
Lee, great pass to set up the lay-in. Lee's got 6 points.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Inside, here's Porter. He dishes it to Dellavedova. Porzingis with the block.
You know, when Porzingis combines quickness with his reach, getting off the floor like that, he can block just about any shot.
Curry with it. No points in the game yet for him. 6 to shoot. Over in the corner, Porzingis. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. The Cavaliers leading by 6. Dellavedova advanced to Nance. Now here is Dellavedova, covered by Lee. Pass to Sexton. And a miss there on the triple.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Doncic, no good.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
He hit 1 3 in the first, but the well has been totally dry for him in the second.
Tell you what, for a young player, Doncic has already shown tremendous skill and feel for the game. Beautiful floor awareness there.
Here's Sexton. Thompson dishes to Nance. He kicks it to Sexton. And he's good on the 3 ball. He's got 5.
And Kevin, they dialed up their activity this quarter. We're seeing them convert a lot of those second chance opportunities.
Well, the hustle and the effort, the persistence, all of that paying off in a big way. And that's something that makes a coach smile.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And Greg, those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
And the dunk by Doncic.
Doncic using quick, active hands. The fast break started beautifully because of it.
And here's Sexton. A 23-point game for him in the win against the Pacers in Indianapolis. And that one's good by Porter. Doncic feeling it out. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Doncic has got 12 points now in the quarter.
Boy, Luka Doncic, such an all-around skill set. I mean, the defense having a real hard time containing him tonight.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Cavaliers lead by 3. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Tristan, what's the plan for the second half tonight?
Well, it's simple. It's going to be a dogfight. You know, they got big guys, true bigs, and we got to come out, play hard, and not let up.
Okay, we'll see if you can get that done. Thanks, Tristan. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here, Ken. The first quarter for the Cavaliers was fairly even. At the end of the period, they held a 4-point lead. They didn't stop fighting in the second quarter as they maintained most of their first quarter lead and now lead by 3. And that's going to do it for our halftime show, sadly.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a quick one as both teams try to gain an edge. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. On the court for the Mavericks, we've got Doncic, Jalen Brunson out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. And there's Porzingis, and it's Finney Smith in at the 4 slot. Doncic, no good.
Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
Porter passes to Garland. Misses from close range. Mavericks trailed by 3. Doncic right side. From down low. And no good. Good D by Johnson. Greg, you look at the young Luka Doncic. What impresses you the most right now about his game?
Well, Kevin, you just don't see many players his height who can handle and make step-back threes. Also, his confidence. He came into the league never doubting that he could dominate a game, and don't forget about his brilliance as a passer.
Brunson kicks to Finney Smith. Outside, Porzingis. This is to Hardaway. And he goes out of bounds. That one on Porzingis.
A moment now to see the numbers for Love. Last season, he played outstanding. Last season put up about 17 points per, 11 rebounds, and 2 assists. It's hard to wrap your head around numbers like these, but that is just what he delivers night in and night out.
You know, it's so easy for us to take him for granted, to get spoiled with what he does. I think we've got to be more appreciative of the kind of impact this man has in every game he plays.
Shot on the floor. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. Tim Hardaway picks one up.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result.
To the inside and stolen by Love. Now Cleveland moving it out. Hardaway with the steal. They're running. Here's Brunson with a big dunk at the end of the break.
And a terrific job on both ends of that sequence. Very slick steal and great transition offense.
Now, here's Garland. Guarded closely. It's Porter outside. Releases it from three-point range. Porter's got the lead up to 9 now for the Cavs. Doncic passes to Porzingis. Porzingis is doubled. Out to Doncic. And again, the turnover by the Mavericks. And here's what the Cavaliers schedule for. On Tuesday, they'll be matching up against Gordon Hayward and the Boston Celtics. Then on Friday, they'll take on John Wall and the Washington Wizards.
And Kevin, I think you have to look at this as an opportunity to take a step forward. Sometimes tough road trips can bring the best out of a team and bring you closer together.
Randy Knights checked in for Porter. And the Cavaliers call time here. We're seeing more and more young coaches in the NBA. You think this is a trend? Is it completely circumstantial? What's your view on it?
Well, I think you've got more younger coaches that are capable and able to coach. And the league is quite young, too. I think it's a current trend. But we've seen that before in decades past when it seems the wave of coaches are younger. I think it's more or less kind of the cycle of life that we see across a lot of different industries.
Pocket two. They grab their own miss. Passes it to Garland. Kicks it out to Love. Trying to get open is Thompson. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. The Mavericks trail by 9. Outside Hardaway. The pass to Brunson. On the wing. The shot, no good. Cavaliers go the other way with it. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That's foul number 2 for him. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able to. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. Double checking, and the game continues on.
And yes, it's good. 9 points for Tristan Thompson.
But when you allow good scores to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Dallas calls timeout.
And the Mavericks seem to have done the hard part, acquiring a potential franchise player in Luka Doncic.
And you know, guys, we've seen it, but in this league, 1 star isn't enough. That's why I think the trade for Porzingis was a good gamble. If he can stay healthy, they have an inside-outside star combo to build on.
Finney-Smith kicks to Porzingis. Nailed from three-point land. Porzingis has got 11.
And, you know, we talk a lot about confidence right there. Porzingis showed plenty of it.
And Tristan Thompson on the bucket with the assist by Garland. And that's 11 points for Tristan Thompson. Here's Brunson. Lays it up and banks it in.
Not much resistance from the defense. Easy play that time for him.
The Cavaliers leading by 8. There's Garland, and he banks in the lane. He's got 8. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. The dish to Doncic. Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession. Hernandez is checked in for Cleveland. Courtney Lee, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Curry comes in for Jalen Brunson. Cavaliers have gone a solid 6 of 11 when shooting here in the third quarter. Knight against Lee. Pass to Garland. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for Cleveland.
With their rebound, and they've given themselves a lot of second chances. It's really helped.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
Colin Sexton, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. And Greg, as many expected, Porzingis getting a huge deal from Dallas to keep him a Mav for a long time.
Mavs feel he can be better than he was before the injury. Love the idea of pairing him long-term with Doncic. Sign him to a lengthy and sizable deal to be the core of their future.
To the middle, here's Finney Smith. And the rejection by Love. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. And the Cavaliers making a change here. Dellavedova's checked in. Dwight Powell's checked in for Dallas.
Hey, who's watching?
Porzingis inside. He's going up against Love. And a wide open look for Lee. Traps in the tray. Lee's got 11 points.
And you know, throughout his career, guys, Lee. Been a dead-eye sniper, a laser, a model of consistency from there.
Here's Sexton, and he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Mavericks trail by 6. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on Love.
Courtney Lee, his reputation is as a good two-way player, but he's also a solid veteran and leader. A pro's pro in my mind. He's got excellent speed. He can shoot it, defends. He's a valuable guy to have on your team.
And both free throws good for Lee.
Oh my gosh, I just got
And
that.
it's the Cavaliers with the ball. They've led by as many as 11 points. Knight for 3. Sinks the triple. Knight's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be.
The 19-foot shot counted, and the Cavalier lead has been cut to just 5 on the basket from Lee.
Boy, a beautiful jump shot with a quick release from Lee. Nice looking stroke.
Dellavedova kicks to Sexton. And there's the feed to Love. The basket good off the assist from Sexton. Sexton's got 5 assists in the game. To the left wing. Finney Smith passes to Kirk. Yep, that one goes in there.
He's becoming more comfortable in tight. Seth Curry is good at picking his spots from this area.
The Cavaliers leading by 5. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, tampering is a touchy subject, but it's a word we're hearing more often. Teams want to retain their star players, but they know that there's always talk during the season. Now, teams can only express interest in a player when he hits free agency. Players can talk amongst each other freely all season. Star players like LeBron James are tied into their front offices. Some people wonder how much of a difference between what the player says and what his team is thinking. Kevin?
Good point, David. Thank you. And the Cavaliers making a change here. Porter's checked in. Sexton with it. And Curry picks him up defensively. Porter finds Dellavedova. Cleveland moving the ball around. It's good from long range. 8 points for Colin Sexton.
Good to see Sexton knock it down from deep. A shot he needs to add to his arsenal.
Doncic against Porter. Porter with the steal. And now the Cavaliers. Fast break. Now here is Dellavedova. Covered by Lee. Sexton. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Dellavedova. And now an 8-point Cavalier lead.
Man, it's so good to see how Dellavedova plays to his strengths, guys. I mean, specifically how he finds the open man. Nice.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Here's Sexton, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Well, the young bull, Colin Sexton, getting a lot of playing time in his rookie season. Allowing him to play through his mistakes, and that's what you hope for coming in.
And even as the Cavaliers lagged at the very bottom of the standings, Greg, Sexton publicly described the season as fun. Would that bother you as a veteran?
Losing seasons, they suck. I mean, no other way to put it. I think he cares about winning, but keeping that positivity is probably the best approach. They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Here's Porter, and the layup falls. Porter's got 15.
And he's really made the most of his opportunities today. I mean, he needs to keep working for those kinds of looks.
Porzingis is double. Pass to Finney-Smith. Over Love. Dallas, no good that time either. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Cavaliers. The 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. And the basket is good.
Oh, great ball movement there.
The Mavericks have gone better than 53% from the floor since halftime. Shooting 8 of 15. Ball's knocked loose, and it's out of bounds. Nice touch by Doncic. And the Cavaliers making a change here. We've got 13 seconds left here in the third quarter. And Seth Curry is going to pick up a foul. That's his third foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. The Cavaliers have really struggled at the line in this one, well under 50% so far.
And that's one of those guys who just tends to live at the line. Sexton's working hard to improve his consistency there.
The drive by Lee. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
You can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
You know, guys, no denying it's been a rough patch here. I think they've got to run whatever is best in their playbook to get a good shot.
And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. And they're... ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Nance and Johnson are up front. Matthew Dellavedova is out there with Sexton. And it's Porter at the small forward position. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Sexton kicks to Porter, and another shot. The basket good off the assist. From Sexton. Sexton's got his 6th assist on the night. Mavericks trail by 17. Now Doncic. Outside Curry. Shot clock at 6. Back to Doncic. Off target from outside. The Cavaliers lead by 17 from about 19 feet. Buries the jump shot. 17 points for Colin Sexton.
You know, capable of torching you in just so many ways You have to guard Sexton close, or this is what will happen.
Dallas calls timeout.
He does not look happy. Their defensive rebounding has been putrid, and they're giving up a ton of second chance points.
Eddie Osman, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. Garland comes in for Matthew Dellavedova. Dallas also making some changes. Hardaway's checked in for Doncic. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Seth Curry.
That's his first personal foul.
Minute now into this fourth quarter. Here's Porzingis. He hits it from 9.
Well, you look at Porzingis and his size 7'3", he consistently torches defenders around the rim.
Now, here's Garland. Brunson covering. And, oh, that was close. He draws the foul. He'll shoot 2.
That's his third personal foul. At the line for your Cavaliers.
That one is off.
2 shots.
And the second free throw, good. Here's Lee. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it.
Boy, Lee does a nice job drawing fouls, and he's very efficient at the line as well. He doesn't miss many free throws.
I just got that.
At the line for 2.
That misses, so he splits the free throws. The Cavaliers leading by 17. Here's Sexton. Good, nice job down low. Sexton's got 19 points.
And there's no question Sexton can flat out score. I mean, he feels like he can get it done from anywhere.
Brunson the pass to Porzingis. Over Thompson. Easy jumper from very short distance.
Just a positive force right now for these guys. And though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
Passes it to Porter. Bucket is good. Porter's got 4 points now in the quarter.
They've been going to him an awful lot this game, and you can see why. He's pouring it on.
To Hardaway, the tray. Garland with the rebound. Garland's got 4 rebounds in this game. Offensive rebound.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
The pass to Brunson. Yes, and it's Hardaway picking up the assist. Hardaway has got 4 assists now tonight.
Hey, I'm stating the obvious here, but he was very comfortable taking that shot. Not a defender in sight.
Scooped up. Pass to Garland. Again. He doesn't hit that one. Mavericks trail by 16. Hardaway kicks to Brunson. Porter with the steal. And the Cavaliers pushing it up now. Here's Sexton. And Sexton slams it in.
You know, another reason Sexton gives opponents nightmares. Almost impossible to stick with him in the open court.
It's tipped. Stolen by Thompson. The shot by Sexton, no good.
His shot's just, it's not there right now with his team leading. Perhaps, you know, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
You know, guys, KP sometimes is just overwhelming. I mean, when he gets good positioning, he sometimes just forces the defense to foul.
Love check in for Porter. And both free throws good for Porzingis. We played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Now, here's Garland. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Tim Hardaway picks one up.
Shooting.
Throw good, Garland.
At the line for 2.
He hits both from the strike. Mavericks trail by 18. Courtney Lee is on the wing. And it's blocked. Sexton with it. Right wing. Pass to Garland. Shot clock. To the wing on the left. From deep. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And the upcoming schedule for the Mavericks. On Wednesday, they'll go back home and will be hosting the Orlando Magic. And then on Friday, they'll host the New York Knicks. And here's Brunson. All sorts of time. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Love's got rebound number 8 now on the night. The Cavaliers. Leading by 18. Over to the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Osman. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
How about the concentration? He gets hit, but stays with the play and gets the finish.
Innovation and improvisation right there, Greg. Finding a way to get that shot to fall after taking the contact.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Thompson against Porzingis. Count that one. Porzingis has got 11 points here in just the second half.
You know, Porzingis is a guy who's used to having to fight his way through the defense, and good balance allowed him to do that there.
Garland, the pass to Sexton. Now, here's Garland.
Fired that bounce pass in there. Beautiful.
Mavericks trail by 21. Now, Brunson. To the paint. Here's Porzingis. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Regarding super teams, Clark, you and I have talked a lot about this. Many fans view them in a negative light, but they're actually something we've seen around in this game for a long time.
Yeah, you're right. So often we become prisoners of the present and we forget about what transpired in the past, but the Celtics in the 60s were as dominant as any team in the history of the game. The Lakers in the 80s, the Bulls in the 90s. But I guess fans have a complaint because they feel those teams came together more organically compared to what seems to be a movement by free agents that has led to dominant championship teams, although the Warriors pretty much have built their championship team through the draft.
Porter's checked in for Cleveland. And Dallas with a change here, too. Doncic is checked in for Courtney Lee. He doesn't get the second one.
You know, with Porzingis, the potential is really exciting. I mean, with his size and skill set, I think he's got a chance to be a dominant force for a long time.
Porter dishes to Thompson. Now here's Brunson. He's guarded closely. Doncic outside. last couple of years, Clark, we've seen a couple of Hall of Fame level players go on these farewell tours on their final year in the NBA. What a great way for fans of opposing teams to honor these terrific stars.
You know, I was a little bit mixed on how I felt about the farewell tours, but these two were handled so beautifully, and there have been others that have been handled great. It gives the fans an opportunity to express their feelings for some of the greats in the game, and that's heartwarming for all of us, I think.
Yeah, you and I were just talking about the way Kobe and Wade were terrific in their tours. A floater. Porter passes to Love. 2 points. That one goes.
Cashing in on the interior, making it look all too easy.
And it's Porzingis with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Mavericks. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
That foul gives him 4, so he's got to settle down a bit.
Seth Curry, he's checked in for the Mavericks.
Seth Curry.
Here is Porter. Puts it up. The inbound. But there are strong divisions and there are weak divisions. The NBA might be considering removing divisions altogether and having only 2 conferences. What do you think?
You know, that's interesting. I like the divisions because that's what we've been accustomed to. But
works, I know we gon' win. This is for real, we never pretend. We gotta win.